because Israel was a destroyer. Came here to destroy, to tear the old system down. And which had to be. As we have winter, and winter tears down the old system that was spring, summer, fall. So when the new spring comes, it'll be different than the one prior, or the one that preceded it. It's never the same. You have a person who has a vineyard, and its last harvest brought him a bumper crop, not only bumper, but succulent. And the vintage wine was superb. And next year, what does that man who owns the vineyard say? I hope that this year will be as good as last year, because this year is different. Listen carefully. And that goes with these big geological cycles which are in us, and it produces it outside. So we are a product of this winter. But if a woman for the winter that tore down by wars, by pestilence, by sickness, by starvation, and so forth and so on, we would never have a new coming nation. May sound cruel, but that's the law. And it is you and I that is responsible for this. And we have been kept slaves in order to do our work. Because if we weren't in bondage, regardless of our color, we're all in bondage today. Anybody kid you otherwise? When you have to fill out an income tax to pay the bankers, you're in bondage. Yes, you are. The bankers own us. And the bankers can't go around a curve unless it banks it. Shows you how abnormal we are. Now, I've given you a lot in a few minutes, but I want you to think about it. I want you to go within yourself all the time. Stop talking about Aunt Susie or Uncle Joe or anyone else. Talk about yourself to yourself. because there is someone inside of us will love to hear us. So talk to yourself. And not only will ourselves hear ourselves, but since we're in this bondage and we are slaves, yet our spiritual brethren are there listening to us and will assist us to get through this God's awful mess. And that's what it is. Remember, next month we're going into the digital age. But a digital age can do many things. But it also, if it continues, it will blow itself to kingdom come. So, it is up to you and me, self-centered, to go out and let the people know that each one is his own Savior, her own Savior, and lean on himself or herself. And when that happens, then we'll live when we have children. We don't have to worry about whether they'll be monsters or monstrosities, abnormal, sick, or otherwise. Because then we will live here on earth as it is in heaven, where there is only the good. And when we attach ourselves to heaven, then we couldn't do anything wrong if we tried. If we tried.
Anyone like to ask Pasquale anything? Tom?
What would a person who is black call themselves if not using the word black?
He's dark.
And also the same for white.
White?
Yeah.
I don't know, is this really white?
No, it's not.
No. I personally think we'll be copper again. Don't forget, we'll have the copper age, the silver age, and the gold age. These are our next 3,000 years. The next 1,000 years. Copper age, silver age, and the golden age. And once we get into that golden age, then we'd never have to come back into this flesh. We can walk around with the flesh when we want to, but we don't have to depend on it. All right?
Okay.
Maybe call us what the Indians used to call us, pale face.